Yo, what's the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal? I'm gonna let some of y'all come through here real quick, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let some of y'all come through here real quick. Some of y'all come through here. Make sure hitting that like button when y'all come through here. Make sure y'all hitting that like button when y'all come through here. Yo, what's the deal? What's good with it? What's good? Yeah, what's good? Let some of y'all come through here. We're gonna break down this. When I break it down, we're gonna break down the preview, you know what I'm saying? How about the Magic? You see it? You see what I got? You know what I mean? You see it? You know what I'm saying? See, I can get the full effect. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You see the Magic jersey? You know what I'm saying? 9 in a row. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Yo, what's the deal? Hey man, make sure you're hitting that like button when y'all come through. I see more people falling in through. Make sure you're hitting that like button before we get started. We're gonna break down this Texans versus the Denver Broncos. We're gonna preview it because it's a lot of interesting factors going into this game. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I can't wait to Sunday. I really can't wait to Sunday. Like it's definitely gonna be a very pivotal game. Not as man, I'm about to say not as pivotal as last week. Because it's a divisional game and you could completely control the division. You could possibly say, okay, yeah, that last week game was probably a little bit more pivotal and things of that nature. But still, it's still a very pivotal game because right now we are basically in the playoffs. Like we could, I guess, technically could afford to lose that game because we still had things in front of us. We still got a lot of good things in front of us, but you know what I'm saying? We gotta get it. Yeah, you already know. 9 straight wins for the Magic. Let's go. For tying the franchise record. We gotta break it tomorrow. We gotta get that 10. That was the first time since I think 2011 that we've won nine in a row. So yeah, it's a tying the franchise record. That boy Paulo out there balling with Franz got 3 straight games over 30 points. Just completely out there balling, man. Completely at the balling. Now, I'm not going to be at this game against the Denver Broncos, but I am going to be at the game against the Tennessee Titans and us, also some other guys from the round table. We gonna fall through. What's that? The day's New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve versus the Tennessee Titans, the last home game of the season. Man, y'all gotta be there. Y'all gotta be there. We definitely gotta show these boys some love and definitely show out because you know what I'm saying. Last week when I was at the Jazz game. And wasn't that many people in there. Well, it was a lot of people in there, but not the way it should have been, especially being that pivotal of a game. But I see some people that got here, so let's talk about it. So, like I said, y'all came in here. Make sure you're hitting that like button when y'all come through it, dog. Make sure you're hitting that like button when y'all come through. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Okay, so Houston Texans will face the Denver Broncos. Both teams are going into this game at 6-5. Both teams coming into the game at 6-5. Both teams are outside of the playoffs as it stands right now. The Texans are the 7 playoff teams. The Texans are 8. Denver's right behind them at 9 based off a conference record. But that's again, all that doesn't matter because they're about to play each other right now for the head-to-head. CJ Stroud's coming to the game throwing 63.7 completion percentage, 3,266 yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 100.8. That's how he's walking to this game. Russell Wilson's coming to this game throwing 68.3 completion percentage, 2,199 yards, 20 passing touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, and a quarterback rating of 103.4. So he has a better completion percentage, more touchdowns, and less interceptions than CJ. Not that much, but the thing that really separate them is the yards. CJ has a little over 1,000 more yards than Russell Wilson. Singletary comes in as the Texans' leading rusher at 489 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, averaging 4.1 yards per attempt. The Williams is the Broncos' leading rusher coming in with 538 yards, no rushing touchdowns. The team as a whole has 3 total rushing touchdowns. Then Broncos coming to the game with as a team with 3 rushing touchdowns. The Texans I think has a total of 6. CJ has 3 by himself. Singletary has 2. And I think Damian Pierce has 1. The Texans leading receivers, Nico Collins with 50 catches, 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Second receiver is Tank Dell with 47 catches, 709 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Cortland Sutton is the Denver Broncos leading receiver with 48 receptions, 560 yards with 8 touchdowns. And Jerry Jeudy is the second receiver with 37 receptions, 440 yards, and 1 touchdown. The Texans are averaging. The Texans are 10th offense and the 10th in scoring offense. Coming to this game, 10th in scoring offense, averaging 23.5 points per home. Averaging 23.5 points a game, averaging 25.2 points at home. The Denver Broncos, on the other hand, as a defense, they are giving up. The Denver Broncos are giving up. They're 29th and giving up points per game, averaging 25.5 points given up. And on the road, they're giving up 34.8. Now remember, they did give up 70 points against the Miami Dolphins earlier this season, because the last 3 games they've given up an average of 18 points. But as a total for the season, they're giving up 25.5 points a game, and they're and on the road they're giving up 34.8 points a game. And the Texans are scoring 23, so they're giving up more points total and on the road more than the Texans are getting at home or period. Texas averaging 23.5 and at home averaging 25.2. Now again, something that can be taken with a grain of salt. The defense has gotten a little bit better as far as giving up points for the past couple games, because like I said, the last 3 they've only given up 18 points, because they did give up that 70 burger, so that's going to help and skew the points per game early on in the season. Now, when it comes to passing offense, the Texans are the number 2 passing offense in the NFL with 276 yards per game, averaging 306 yards at home. The Denver pass defense is 22nd in pass defense, averaging 223 yards per game and averaging 286 yards on the road. The Texans' rushing offense is 24th in rushing offense, giving up. Only gaining 98.7, only averaging 98.7 rushing yards, and only averaging 94.3 at home. The Denver Broncos, on the other hand, are a bad run defense. They're the worst. They're the worst run defense in the NFL, averaging 150. They're 32nd, averaging 155.2 yards per game. And on the road, giving up over 200 yards. And it's not just because of now this is something that really is them, because even in the last game, they're actually giving up 145 yards in the last 3 games. So they're just a poor run defense. They're just typically just a poor run defense, up here giving up 202 yards on the road, and like I said, giving up an average of 155 period, giving up on rush yards. And the Texans total offense is the 6th total offense in the NFL with 374 yards, 374 yards per game, averaging 400 yards at home. The Broncos are the third worst defense. They're 30th in defense, giving up 385 yards, and on the road, giving up 488.8 yards on the road. That's how bad the defense is. Now, when you flip it to the other side, when you talk about the Texans defense versus the Denver Broncos offense, you talking about the Texans pass defense. Well, I'm going to go to the points per game. The Texans points per game, they're 14th in points per. I know you see it, Wise. I know you see it, bro. But the Texans defense is allowing. The Texans are 14th in passing and 14th in scoring defense, averaging 21.1 points a game, averaging 21.2 points at home. The Denver's offense on scoring offense, they're the 13th scoring offense, averaging 22.4 points per game and averaging 20.8 yards on the road. So again, our offense and defense is matching up a little bit. Shout out, shout out, Heard the Don for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. What's good, Spitz? Me, Wise, Lou going crazy in the in the goal right now. Already, man. Already. Already, man. Hey, and let them know. Hey, let everybody know I'm going live right now. You know what I'm saying? The Discord, man. Let them know I'm going live right now in the Discord. And, man, I see more people that jumped in here. Make sure you're hitting that like button. More people that jumped in, but the likes ain't going up. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Definitely appreciate that. Now the Texans pass defense right now, the Texans pass defense right now is the 27th pass defense in the NFL, giving up 252 yards in the air per game, giving up 248 yards at home. The Denver Broncos passing offense is 25th pass offense, only averaging 185 yards a game on the road, only getting 192 yards on the road. Texans defense are the 8th best rushing defense in the NFL right now, only giving them 95 yards. Now at home, they're giving up 102 yards at home, but the last 3 games they've only given up 90 yards the last 3 games. And the Broncos rush defense is 13th in rush defense, averaging 115 yards a game, and on the road only getting 100 yards a game. Texans total defense right now is the 22nd total defense, giving up 347 yards. And at home, they're giving up 350. And then the Broncos' total offense is 23rd, only getting 300 yards per game. And on the road, only getting 292 yards on the road. What this right here shows me is that the Texans. I'm glad you say that. I'm glad what you just said, because I'm gonna break some of that down. What it seems to me is that the Texans should be able to exploit. They should be able to get the running game going with the run defense being as bad as it is. And I think they should be using Singletary. Don't be trying to force it into Dameon Pierce. Use Singletary in this running attack to help open up this offense and be able to throw the ball down. And I think you can't pass on them. Again, Denver Broncos, even the last 3 games, even though their defense is stiffened up, their defense still is allowing yards. They're still allowing teams to move up and down the field. The problem is they're stiffing up in the red zone when they need to be. They're able to stop them in the red zone and able to stop them from scoring. So the Texans, what they need to do is actually get in the red zone, and not only get in the red zone, only get in there and score. We have now again, the Texans are the 10th scoring offense, 10th scoring offense, 6th total offense, while Denver is they're the 29th scoring defense and the 30th, the 30th best defense. And the flip side, the Texans scoring defense is 23rd, and the total defense they're 23rd, and their scoring defense they are 14th, while the Broncos are scoring offense is 13th and total offense is 23rd. So again, Denver's actually able to put it in. They're able to score points, but they're not able to get yards, and vice versa. And then it's like the flip side. They're able not to get yards. They give up a lot of yards, but then don't get points. So the Texans got to find a way to continue to be in the end zone and score. They do get a lot of turnovers. The Texans are secure with the ball, and so is Denver. I mean, Russell Wilson only had 4 picks this season. And in the last 4 games, the last 5 games on the 5-game winning streak, they haven't given up any points. Now, I know a lot's been made because a lot of people will go back and say that last year, was it week 2, when Houston went up to Denver and Houston lost to Denver in Denver, the second game of the season, that was Derek Stingley's worst game. And people talk about Cortland Sutton out there balling on Derek Stingley and actually embarrass Derek Stingley or cook Derek Stingley and things like that. That's not the case at all. What happened in that game, if you actually sit back if you go back and actually watch the game, Derek Stingley started off the game very aggressive, and the refs pulled the flags extremely early. I think like on the second play of the game, they pulled the pass interference flag when Derek Stingley was being physical, being handsy and things like that, and they pulled the flag early to let Derek Stingley know that, hey, we're not going to allow you to do that. We're not going to allow you to do that. Was those calls true pass interference calls? By the letter of the law, you can say that, but again, like there's pass interference, there's grabbing and holding on every play. So there's grabbing and holding on every play. So technically, you could possibly almost call pass interference on every single play, damn near. So sometimes you just gotta let these guys fight and let these guys battle. And the refs pulled the flags early and allowed them to know, allowed Derek Stingley to know that this is not the type of game. Now you talking about a guy that's in Sutton is 6'4", 220 pounds versus Derek Stingley, who's somebody who's 6'1", 6'1", like 100, like barely 100 pounds, a little over 200 pounds, like or barely 200 pounds if he's 200 pounds. Like you letting this guy know early on that hey, we're not going to let you be physical with this guy. So he had to change his approach, and it was a good battle. It was a good battle because hey, Sutton had got some catches. Darren Stingley was able to hold him out of the end zone. He had some good pass deflections. He had one in the end zone. There was a good pass deflection. He had another one. We forced him out. He did catch the ball, but he forced him out of bounds. He didn't allow him space inside. He stopped him on a third down conversion as well. And like was able to get a deflection on a third down conversion. And like I said, and Cortland Sutton was able to make some plays. Now Cortland Sutton I think did get 2 pass interference calls on Darren Stingley. Well, I think one was a pass interference. I think one was a hold. That pass interference call and one was a hold. And it was another one that he made another nice play on. It was really going back and forth. It was really like a heavyweight fight. Both guys throwing haymakers, boom, 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 boom. So I don't see that either one got better. Because I don't even think that. I think Cortland Sutton had like 80 something yards total. All those yards won strictly on Darren Stingley. All those yards won on Darren Stingley. So I'm not going to sit up here and say that he got cooked. I'm not saying that Cortland Sutton owned him. But I am saying that there is a mismatch that, again, if the refs start pulling the flags early, that Denver can exploit. And you see, like I say, Cortland Sutton has 8 touchdowns this season. 48 catches, 8 touchdowns. So dude is constantly getting in the end zone, especially because he's a big red zone target. That's something that I wanted to use. That I thought you'd be using Dalton Schultz and Nico. As of right now, Tank Dell is your leading scorer in the passing game with 7. He's one below Cortland Sutton. And he's a smaller frame guy. But Cortland Sutton, Russell Wilson is using him as a red zone target, especially. He's using him as a red zone target, especially these last 5 games. So that's what you got to do. You got to make sure that you keep them out of the end zone. And that's going to be a matchup that I think everybody's going to watch. We all want to see Stingley, quote unquote, get his revenge against Cortland Sutton because, hey, we want to see him get his revenge against Cortland Sutton because, again, that was the game that everybody wants to point to when they talk about Darren Stingley not playing well or being not worth the 3rd overall pick. That's the game everybody seems to point to say that it was his bad game. And I guess as you think about it, it was the worst of all the games that he played last year. But it wasn't a bad game. I don't think Darren Stingley played bad last year. I mean, he really wasn't given really true opportunities to do anything. I do think that I guess possibly maybe the beginning of the Bengals game was probably his worst game so far this season. Last year, that's another thing. Last week was his best game as a pro, honestly, against Jacksonville and against Calvin Ridley and stuff like that. So I expect him to have another good game. He's had back-to-back interceptions. I don't know if he's going to get another interception. I don't know if he's going to get 3 straight games. I would love him to get 3 straight games with interception and definitely prove his dominance of being worth the 3rd overall pick. But that's what we need. We need him to be a game changer. When you draft somebody in the top 5, especially at a skill position, you want them to be a game changer. Like you want them to be a game changer, a game wrecker, somebody who takes over and dominates a game. I mean, we just seen get cooked last night, especially in the first half. But he was able to bounce back and able to get turnover. So I mean, you want to see growth. You want to see progression. Now I know somebody just put it in. I just seen it that Dalton Schultz is going to be out of the game, but I think Brevin Jordan's going to get the nod. He's going to get the start as a tight end. I mean, we was all wondering, we all thought that Brevin Jordan was somebody who was going to get cut. Surprised he made the team, and he made a couple plays. And we will see if maybe CJ can use his magic on him. I mean, CJ has elevated everybody else. He's elevated Noah Brown and Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins. Can he elevate Brevin Jordan as well and make Brevin Jordan a viable tight end option? We'll see. Hopefully so. That is going to be because I think that you're going to miss something in the blocking game without having Dalton Schultz, even though Dalton Schultz is not known to be a good blocker. But over the past couple games, Dalton Schultz has been looking better in the run game for the past couple weeks since the bye week. Since the bye week, Dalton Schultz has been he's been getting his nose dirty and been getting his jersey dirty and putting his hands in dirt and able to get some block. Because it's all about effort when it comes to blocking. You gotta give some type of effort. If you're not giving, it's really about effort. If you're not giving, if you ain't giving no effort, you're not really doing anything. C.J. Stroud is only 73 yards behind. Was it Sam Howell and passing yards to be leading passer? I thought the Washington would have a bye week this week. Their bye week is not until next week, so Washington does play. So, because that's the only reason why he has more passing yards. He has a whole other game than C.J. Stroud. Dak just got right behind C.J. Dak didn't even surpass C.J. last night. So C.J. still has all he needs to do now is throw 74 yards more than whatever Sam Howell has. So if Sam Howell has 200 yards tomorrow, if CJ has 274, CJ is going to be leading the league in passing. Or wherever it is. Like I said, if Sam Howell throws for 300 yards, CJ needs to throw for 374 to be able to lead the league in passing. I see more people than jumped in here. Make sure you hit that like button. More people than jumped in, but make sure you hit that like button. That's very, very key and very, very vital to the stream, and very, very key and very, very vital to this channel, because it helps the algorithm. It helps everybody know that I'm going live. That's how you get a notification knowing that I'm going live. That's how you know when I drop a video, just drop the video. That's how you know I dropped the post. Things like that, it helps the algorithm. I need more likes, so that's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to help me in this type of situation, hitting that like button, making sure you comment, making sure you watching the video. Bland, that's his name. Thank you, Bland. I could think of his name. Bland, yeah, Bland was getting cooked last night. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps the stream out. But yeah, but Bland was getting cooked last night, especially in the first half. I think he was targeted 8 times, gave up 7 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns or a touchdown, something like that. In the first half alone, that wasn't even the game. That's bad for a game. That was in the first half. That's how bad Bland played in the first half. A guy who had got 5 pick sixes this year, if I'm not mistaken. So, he didn't seal the deal against Washington on Thanksgiving. B made it just broke the record against them on Thanksgiving. But again, this game is very, very vital for both teams, because these are the schedule. And I know I did a video the other day breaking down the schedules, but just to do about these two teams. The remaining 5 games for the Texans is at the Jets, at Tennessee, home against Cleveland, home against Tennessee, at Indy. Now, both Cleveland and Indy are both above you in the standings when it comes to the playoffs, and Indy already has a tiebreaker against you as it stands right now. So those are very, very vital and important games. And on Denver's side, it goes to the Chargers, to Detroit, home against New England, home against the Chargers, and then at Vegas to end the season off. Now, none of those teams are above Denver in the playoff situation. The Chargers are a team of firepower. No matter how people feel about the Chargers, inconsistent, bad, don't show up, whatever, choke artists, whatever, they do have a lot of firepower. I think Denver is going to lose one of those 2 games. I don't see Denver winning both of those games, and I feel like they're going to lose against Detroit. I think that Denver will probably win one of those games against the Chargers. Don't know if it's going to be the first one or the second one. So I'm looking in the 4 of those last 5 games, I see Denver winning 2 and losing 2. So right there, that puts them at 7 losses and 8 wins. Now you got this game against us. That's why it's very vital for them to. This game is very vital for them. They lose here. If they lose here and get their 6th loss, they have to win out. They have to win out. They have no room. They have no margin of error. If they lose, they have to win out. They have no margin of error. There's nothing they can do. They don't play anybody else, and they don't play anybody else in the standings above them. They will now. They also lost the tiebreaker to the Texans. They don't have anything. Nothing helps them in that situation. They're basically cooked. The Texans, on the other hand, it's very vital for the Texans to win this game as well. The Texans have smaller leeway because they have a little bit more leeway because they still do have played 2 teams that are already in the playoffs right now, and they are in the playoffs right now, and they can knock out and open up doors. Cleveland and Indianapolis, they can open up doors, but you don't want to put that in your situation as well. I think the Texans. I'm looking at the schedule right now. I think the Texans in the last 5 games, the 5 games after the Denver game, I think they can go 4-1 in those games. I think they'll win at least 4 of those. I think they'll win at least 4 of the last 5 games. So that's why I do think this is. I think this is a very, very crucial because that gives them 11 wins. If they win this game and they win 4 of the last 5, they'll be what 11-6. That gets them in the playoffs. 11-6 gets them in the playoffs. Now, that's why I said they will have. Denver, like I said, the thing about Denver doesn't play anybody. Denver doesn't play anybody, and then now Denver loses tiebreakers. If Houston fail, Houston still have tiebreakers over Pittsburgh. It still have tiebreakers over the Cincinnati Bengals. They actually still have a better conference record than Buffalo. And then they still have Indy and Cleveland. They take care of business against Indy and Cleveland. They open up playoff spots. So playoff spots still will be open by the Texans schedule. So the Texans really are in a prime position to constantly get into the playoffs. But this game it's not a 100% must win, but I feel like it's one of the most important games on the schedule. I feel like this and the Indianapolis game are the 2 most important games on the schedule as it stands. So this game is very, very critical and very, very crucial. You can't stub your toe. You just can't. Now you had now again looking at it, you have more wiggle room than Denver. What's good? What's going on? What's going on, D-Love? You have more wiggle room than Denver does. You have more wiggle room than Denver does, but you still don't want to let that wiggle room go. Like you still don't want to you don't want to put yourself in that situation because then now whoever loses this game, now they have to be scoreboard watching. Now they need other people to do their bidding for them because Cleveland has a game ahead. Cleveland has a game lead ahead of you as it stands right now. That's why when you beat them, y'all have the same record. Even if Cleveland wins all the rest of their games, if you beat them, y'all have the same record and you have the tiebreaker and boom, jump over you. Same thing with Indianapolis. Even if Indianapolis wins all their games, if you beat Indy, y'all split. Y'all break even. Then it goes to y'all divisional record. The Texans will have a better divisional record because the Texans have only lost 2 divisional games. That will give Indy their 3rd divisional loss. That will put you over the Indianapolis Colts. You already have the tiebreaker over Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh has a better record than you. You lose to Denver. Now Denver has a tiebreaker over you, and they have a better record. You're a game behind Indianapolis, and you still have to beat them. So you still can open up some wiggle room. Now, you're 2 games behind about Cleveland. So even if you beat Cleveland, you still need Cleveland to drop a game. You've already beaten Pittsburgh, but they have a better record than you. So you need Pittsburgh to drop a game. You need Pittsburgh dropping the game. So you need other teams to do your bidding. To keep everything in front of you, to keep everything in your control. The Texans don't have to, as it stands right now, the Texans don't have to watch any scoreboards. Because if the Texans take care of their business, not only will the Texans be in the playoffs, the Texans will be at the very least the 6th seed. At the very least the 6th seed. Possibly the 5th seed, and could end up being I think they can go all the way up to the 3rd seed. Third, 4th seed. But again, that you need other teams to do your bidding for them, other teams to do your work. But if nothing, like if the Texans just do what they gotta do, if the Texans win out, and everybody else take care of their business too, the Texans will end up being well, I think I said the 3rd seed. They'll be like the 3rd, not 3rd central. Will end up being no lower than the 6th seed. They won't even be the 7th seed because of who they face on the schedule and the tiebreakers that they have over the teams. They'll open up. That's how many doors they will open up. They won't even be the Friends 7th seed playoff team. They won't even be the last wild card. They'll be the 2nd to last wild card, if not the highest wild card, if not win their division. And again, Indianapolis and Pittsburgh play each other in 2 weeks. So they're gonna knock each other around too. So again, that's why I say it won't be completely over if the Texans did lose. But they would have to start watching things, and now they start hoping like, "Hey man, I need this team to win, so it has a better chance for me to get in." Then also you add Denver to the mix. Now Denver has a tiebreaker above you and a better record, so now you need Denver to definitely lose against the Chargers. You probably need them to get swept by the Chargers, and then who knows? Them get swept by the Chargers, they could end up opened up the door for the Chargers to creep in. I don't know what their conference record situation is looking like, but that could creep the Chargers into the situation. But I think the Chargers and the Raiders are so like they just I think last time I checked, I think they were like 4-7 or 5-7, something like that. They kind of far down, so it's gonna be an uphill battle for them. They're not completely eliminated. Obviously, no one's mathematically eliminated. I think except the Panthers. And all. So it's gonna be hard for them, hard pressed. But that's what you gotta do, man. Like that's exactly what you gotta do. Like so, it is very, very vital. And again, also, like I said in my other live the other day, that this game, all eyes gonna be on you. All eyes on me. All eyes gonna be on you. Over 50%. I seen the map earlier today because the Texans had posted the map. Like how much of the country is gonna be able to watch this game? Like it's over 55%. Like over half the country is going to be able to tune in noon o'clock if they want to watch football noon o'clock and put it on I think CBS. That's who they're going to be playing. That's what they're going to be watching. They're going to be watching Houston Texans versus Denver Broncos. That's how big how big it was to flex them from that 330 slot or 315 or 325 slot, whatever slot they was in originally. That's how big it was to flip them from that spot to the 12 o'clock spot, because now it opens, because whatever that 12 o'clock window was originally, that was the game that they was definitely broadcasting. So it seems like everybody else must be have either afternoon games, or what they've done was like I think we got the top CBS production crew. We have the top CBS production crew. So with Jim Nance and Tony Romo, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's been so long since the Texans has had a top crew calling the game. I really don't be paying attention to all that, honestly. But yeah, I think it's Tony Romo and Jim Nance who do CBS. So that's who we have at the game, like, because they want to talk. They want to watch CJ. We're throwing CJ name in the MVP situation. He just won Offensive Rookie of the Month and AFC Rookie of the Month. I called that earlier this week, saying there was nobody else I thought that could do it. And there was nobody else. I mean, the dude threw 10 touchdowns, had another 2 touchdowns rushing, threw for over 1,400 yards. Completion percentage over 68%, and he did have 3 turnovers in that before. He did have 4 picks in that stretch. But again, hey, football is football. You still putting up 10 touchdowns. You still going out there ball and putting up 10 touchdowns. Like I said, quarterback rating over 100. A completion percentage over 68, completion percentage, like I said, all the yards. He's second in the league in passing yards, lead in the league in passing yards per game. He leads league in passing yards per game. So, like I said, just completely, like I said, it's a top 6 offense. This offense is total 6th in total offense, 6th in total offense, 10th in scoring offense. That's some good fireworks. That's good. 2nd in passing offense. That's great. Like 2nd passing offense, 6th total offense, 10th scoring offense. That's fireworks. That makes for good TV. People want to see that, especially not just look at their numbers. People actually want to see that. That's something that people actually want to talk about, bro. Like that's what people want to see. Is what people want to talk about. You want to throw them in the MVP conversation. Because again, last night did wonders for Dak. Wasn't nobody talking about Dak being the MVP conversation. We was just a week ago we were talking about CJ. Then after Sunday, who we started talking about, everybody talking about Jalen Hurts, because that game was a game everybody got to see Jalen Hurts versus the Buffalo Bills in overtime and things like that. We just seen them on Monday night 2 weeks ago against the Kansas City Chiefs. Those primetime games matter when you talk about stuff like that. Those primetime games, their performances on primetime games, because everybody is watching. Everybody's seeing. Everybody's tuning in. So those games is vital, especially the ones on primetime games where ain't nobody playing, like a Sunday night or a Monday night or a Thursday night, because ain't nobody watching. It is all that's on. Now, even though I like the Sunday night games, I gotta be, when it comes to people watching, Monday night and Thursday night, because there's nothing else going on that day. People getting off of work, people, you know what I'm saying, they cooking their dinner, whoop whoop. They sitting at home. Oh, took a game. Now what has hurt the NFL is that especially the Thursday night games have been absolutely trash. They finally got a good one. I know Jeff Bezos probably like, "Whoo! About time I got a good game on Thursday night football." But last night was a phenomenal game versus Seattle, and it was obviously the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, that right there drew numbers anyway. Like anytime Dallas is playing on anything, anytime the Cowboys is playing, the New York Yankees are playing, the Los Angeles Lakers are playing, those are going to drive numbers regardless. Those numbers are going to drive. Those people are going to, like, when those teams are on TV, because those are the largest fan bases for those respective sports, they're going to draw numbers. Alabama in college football, like I think Alabama more so. Like those are going to draw the most numbers. So you're going to get your numbers drawn anyway, just because of the Dallas Cowboys. And then you have C.J. Stroud. I'm not CJ. You have Dak Prescott playing the way he played. You had Geno Smith playing that. Geno Smith actually played a very good game. The DK, it was a very good, exciting game, and it actually helped out, I think, Thursday Night Football, and also helped and elevated Dak Prescott. Because now you're probably saying Dak Prescott's the MVP. Dak Prescott's the MVP. So that's why we definitely need C.J. Stroud, because the majority of the country's watching, and this is the best opportunity because they did not flex the NFL, did not flex the Texans Jets game, and I believe that's going to be a mistake on the NFL. NFL, I hope y'all looking at it right now. The Giants Packers game is going to be a trash game. Just so y'all know. I hate to break the news to you. Spoiler alert. It's going to be a trash game. It's going to be a game like Monday night last week. It's going to be unwatchable. Ain't nobody want to watch it. It's going to be boring. I know that because the new quarterback, the Giants guy, he's been scoring a couple. He's been scoring a couple touchdowns. And the Giants have been winning a little bit. I hope you know it's going to be a trash game. Just so you know. Watch, it's going to be a trash game. I'm not saying the Texans-Jets game is going to be just a bang itself. It might not be. But it's going to be, I think you're going to see a good rookie performance by the quarterback, C.J. Stroud. And you're gonna be like, man, we should at least put that game on. At least we had a superstar to sell. Y'all ain't got no superstar. Only thing you selling is a brand name. The Packers and the Giants, who everybody knows are bad this year. It's not like they're fringe. They're both bad. Everybody knows that they're bad this year. Like, I don't care that Jordan Love has the same record as Aaron Rodgers did last year, but everybody knows these teams are bad. It's not like the Cowboys. Even when the Cowboys are bad, the Cowboys going to draw numbers. Like, the Cowboys draw extreme numbers when they're bad. The Cowboys be 0-16, they're going to draw numbers. It's not that. So, like, yeah, it's not going to draw numbers, or it might draw numbers in the beginning, but people going to dip out by halftime because it's going to be a terrible game to watch. And the only people going to be watching is the people who cover the NFL or the fan bases of those specific teams. And they probably even might bow out a little bit early. So, it is what it is. Hey, and shout out to that boy Chris for the Super Chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Hey, feel like the Texans is going to sleep on the Broncos and this Titus Howard out for the season. Shout out to Chris for Super Chat love. Yes, Ty Howard is out for the season. I don't think the Texans are sleeping on Denver. Like, there's no way for you to sleep on Denver. Like I said, the Broncos are 6-5, and they're the team right below you in the playoff standings. They've won 5 straight. They got Russell Wilson, who's a polarizing figure. The whole mess that was going on with I can't think of the coach name. I can't think of what is the Broncos head coach name. Not McVay. What is his name? Sean Payton. Sean Payton and the whole Cowherd situation. Talking about like the Texans mess up Zoom meetings and have bad ownership. I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, they kind of know this type of situation. They kind of know exactly what's going on. And again, it's being flexed into a position where it's the not prime time game, but it's the CBS's number 1 game. It has the number 1 crew. So, so they're doing meetings with Tony Romo and Jim Nantz. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been doing meetings with them all week, the production crews, so that they get a feel for the team, the feel for the game, so you can know some things to call out. That's how they be knowing, like, oh, so went to this high school, and this was his high school track coach and stuff like that. or he went to, or he played AAU ball with such and such son that's a Grammy recording artist or a Oscar award winner type of situation, whatever it is, or a former athlete themselves. Like they do that, they get that information from meeting with the team. So I don't think they'll take Denver lightly. One, I don't think they'll take Denver lightly because of the record, and they're right behind them in the playoff standings, and also they know that they are not in must-win mode, but damn near it. Every win is not must-win yet, but they're damn close to it. Like they about as close as you can get to it. That's one reason why I want the Jet game to be a primetime game. Cause I can see them looking over the Jets. I honestly could. I can see them looking over the Jets. I don't think they'll look over Denver. So but shout out to Chris for the super chat love. I want to see, like somebody asked about Shaquille Griffin. So from what I heard, Shaquille Griffin. Oh, yeah, before that, I see more people than jumped in here. Make sure hitting that like button. More people than jumped in. I need to see them lights going up. Definitely appreciate that, man. Y'all really don't understand how much vital it is to the channel. It helps the algorithm out. It gets everything going and flowing. Let everybody know I'm going live when I go live, and everybody know I'm recording when I post a video. A video's posted, shorts posted, something's been posted in the community wall. All those things are very vital to the algorithm. So make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment and all those type of things like that. But yeah, Shaquille, from what I've heard, what I gathered, Shaquille Griffin wasn't liking how he was being utilized. Since Stingley's come back, because he hasn't. I know he played in the Bengals game, but I think he's played like 5 snaps the last 2 weeks against Arizona and against Jacksonville. And you know, like in the game against the Bengals, Stingley played and then was taken out and then played again. Then you also had Steven Nelson, who didn't start but ended up playing later on in the game. So it was kind of mix and match. And so they still needed Shaquille Griffin. Shaquille, I think, didn't Shaquille get a pick in that game? I think he did. Shaquille got a pick in that game, but he hasn't played really since then. I think he played like five snaps since then in the last 2 weeks. So he was unhappy with his playing, and the Texans decided to let him go. When he had a meeting with Casario and D'Amico, and the resolve was him to get cut. That was the resolve for him to get cut. So, kind of find it hard. Wonder why. I wonder if something else I think had to be going on. One for him not to play, like I said, especially how bad Tyree played last week. How bad Peach has been playing all season, even though I know Peach is a safety. You just think that, okay, man, you think that you could just get like your best guys out there in the secondary. But you do got Desmond King back, so I guess we can see some more Desmond King. Desmond King did made a huge stop on that I don't know if it was second down or what, first down on right going into halftime when he had when he had made that play, when Jacksonville tried to run in and tried to score right before halftime, he made that stop. When Petrie did probably the most egregious thing he could do all season. Petrie's already known for not making tackles. But for Petrie to whiff and completely miss a tackle, and then see his teammates stop the running back, for him immediately to jump up, it's a pile of everybody trying to stop the running back from getting in the end zone or scoring a touchdown for halftime. He's running off the field, doing all this celebrating, jumping off the field while the play's still going on. The play wasn't over. The play is still going on. Everybody huddling, grabbing, trying to stop the guy from going on. Jasmine trying to push him up. The Texans trying to stop him from going in. And he sees this. And I guess the play is it's hard. It's gonna be hard for dude to get out. I don't think dude gonna get out there. He's gonna get stopped. But for you to think that it's okay to run out the field, jumping and screaming and doing all this after you missed the initial tackle. It wasn't like you was on one side of the field and I know like so the play happened on the opposite side of the field and you see it, you like, yeah, we stopped them. No. You were the first person to get there, and you missed them. You didn't even get hands on them. It wasn't even like you grabbed them and slowed them up, and like the dude had to stop and redirect because you kind of like knocked him out, like you missed, like he broke the tackle, but like what I'm saying, you kind of like turned him around a little bit, and he lost his foot, but he still was up, and then everybody else came and stopped him, And then then you like yeah, even though I still be mad at that because the play is still going on. The only way it's acceptable is on the opposite side of the field. I'm gonna give you opposite. I don't expect you to run on the opposite side of the field to go over there and help. So it's opposite side of the field. Okay, that's cool. I ain't tripping. But you was there and you missed the initial tackle. And do you want to hop off the field, running and jumping and excited? Come on, man. Come on, bro. You've been getting cooked all season. Let's keep it all the way a buck. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. Like you have not made no impact plays this season. Like you ain't made no impact plays this season. I don't care what nobody says. Like, has he played? Like, has he had some good plays here and there? Yeah. But like impactful plays, like he was making last year. Like against Chicago, he almost won us the game, even though we ended up losing because Davis Mills threw a pick. But you call 2 key picks back to back. Back to back. You call a pick against Cleveland that should have got you in position to beat the Cleveland Browns against Deshaun Watson, keeping them out the end zone. I forgot what the game. Well, I forgot what the game you made another impactful play. It just didn't work out for us because we ended up losing. But like you were making plays in the box, you were looking like we came into the season thinking that you was going to be an All-Pro, and you've had a bad season. I'm not ready to give up on him. I'm not saying we need to cut him or anything like that. But he needs to get his stuff together because he was already a bad tackler last year. He was already a bad tackler last year, but he was making impact plays. We forgave him for missing his tackles because he had over 100-some tackles, but he missed another 50-some tackles. He missed almost as many tackles as he made. But he still made impact plays that we forgave him for because he was able to get picks. It's kind of like Trayvon Diggs a couple years ago when he led the league in Trayvon Diggs a couple years ago in Dallas when he led the league in interceptions. He was getting cooked, but he made plays on the opposite side. He might have gave up some yards, but he would get impact interceptions to help Dallas out and turn the football over. So you forgave him, and then last year he played extremely well, and was playing well this year before he got hurt. Like you were making impact plays. You're not making impact plays this season. You have not made any impact plays to be for us to think about you the way we would thought about you last year. Not to mention, last year, people forget about this. You got benched twice. You got benched against Washington, and you got benched the second half against the Giants. You didn't play the second half against the Giants, and you got benched in the fourth quarter against Washington. We forgot that he got benched twice. You got sit down. Levin Smith said, "You sit down. Come here, sit down." Now I think against the Giants, he might have came out in the second half and maybe play like a play here or there when somebody needed a breather or something like that. Just like hey, okay, I need you out there because my DB's been out there for a while. But hey, you after that come back. But then you got sat down. You wasn't starting no more. Sat down. Sit down. That's what he did. But he still made. But people forget about that because you know why? He was making interceptions. I think he led the team tackles too. Led the team tackles making interceptions. We forget that he got sat down twice last year. We forget that. This year, he ain't got sat down and he ain't making no plays. So it's like, man, what is going on with Petrie? Like, cause I think everybody just kind of forget, oh, he wasn't that good of a tackler. But now he's not even good in coverage this season. Like, he's just playing, he is not playing up to par. He's not. And Tavir Thomas got cooked on Sunday against Jacksonville. Really gave Tavir Thomas everything he can handle. He was getting cooked. And that one pass interference in the end zone was a bull pass interference call. I don't care what nobody say. Pass interference call was bull, but still got worked in it. Still was getting worked. So hopefully Desmond King can step up, especially with us losing Shaq Griffin. But again, Shaq Griffin ain't played the last 2 weeks anyway. And I see more people than jumped ahead. Make sure you hit that like button. More people than jumped in, but the lights ain't going up. Make sure you hit that like button. But yeah, like I said, like he ain't hopefully, well, like I said, well, even though without Shaq Griffin, hopefully the Texans can do something. Like that. As I'm sitting there looking at it, offensively, there are things that we can do. Like they're 20. Like I said, they're 22nd in the pass. We're second in the pass. They give up more passing yards They give up more passing yards on the road, 286, than we average gaining total. Our total passing yards that we normally get is 276. They give up 10 yards more on the road than we average getting per game. Now at home we average getting 306. I think Stroud can get for 300 yards. They rushing yards total is 155. On the road, 202 total rushing yards. Our rushing yards is 98.7 and home 94.3. They give up 60 more rushing yards than we. They give up 60 more rushing yards than we gain. Over 100 on the road, they get over 105 rushing yards. They give up 105 more rushing yards on the road than we do at home, than we get at home. We should be able to exploit this defense, bro. And like I say, it's not all because I know some of the only thing that's different is the points when it comes to that 70 point game. Because I'm looking even the last couple games, like now the points have dipped off tremendously in the last couple games. Like again, they give it like total points this defense is getting up is 25.5. 25.5 points per game, and they giving up 300. I keep saying 300, getting up 34.8 on the road. But in the last 3 games, they only giving up 18 points. But their yards are the same on the road. I mean, their yards are the same total than they've given up the last couple games. They're still getting up a lot of rushing yards and they're still getting up a lot of pass yards. They're just not letting people in the end zone. And when it comes to the Texans, like they give up more yards in the Texans game outside total yards. Because they total yards that they give up is 381.5. Texans total yards that they gain is 374.9. Now on the road they give up more road yards than we get. Well, no, on the road they give up 488 yards on the road. We gain 400 yards at home. Our offense should be able to exploit their defense. We should be able to move the football. That's what I'm saying. We should be able to move the football on this defense. This is a very prolific offense. This offense is a very prolific offense. We should be able to throw the football on them. We should be able to run the football on them. The thing is with them is that they're not letting people in the end zone. They're not letting people score. So we gotta find a way to get into the end zone. Why I say they didn't play well when we didn't have a QB. I mean, like I said, to me, it just seemed like Petrie just played better last year. That's really all standing for. Steven Nelson's playing about the same. You didn't have Stingley for about half of the season last year anyway. What you call it? Desmond King played better. When you don't have Eric Murray this year. So I think that's some part of Petrie's problem because Petrie's played better when he's had either Eric Murray or Ward by him, Jimmy Ward by him. Him being there by himself, he just hasn't played. But he just hasn't played. But like I said, it's really like the difference between the guys is really Petrie, honestly. Because Steven Nelson is playing the exact same. Steven Nelson is playing the same, and actually Shaquille Griffin when Stingley was out, Shaquille Griffin played well. Like, I didn't have any problems with Shaquille Griffin. That's why I really want those. I think something else must have happened between him and Nick and him and D'Amico. Something else that we don't know about that we're not privy to. Information that we're not privy to. Information that we're not privy to. Is the reason why they split because I don't see why he wasn't getting playing time because. Like I said, probably a little bit of both because I don't see really why he wasn't getting. I don't know why, even though Stingley was back, he still should be able to get play time. I think you still should be able to use him, even though he's not a slot corner. I guess is that because he's not Shaquille's not a slot corner and Tyree Thomas is, and maybe that's it. Maybe like that's the only thing I can think of is that like he's willing to play in the slot or not willing to play in the slot. Like one of those type things like Like either he was like willing to play in the slot, but D'Amico was like, you can't play in the slot. I don't like you in the slot. You're not good in the slot, and he got frustrated, or he or he doesn't want to play in the slot, and D'Amico like, hey man, I need you to play in the slot, and he's like, I'm not playing the slot because I'm not a slot corner. One of those two, or something else or something else was a disconnect. That's the only thing I could think of, honestly, to why he wasn't getting no playing time. And like I said, the last two games only got like 5 or 6 snaps. If Eric Murray, no, we didn't get rid of Eric Murray. He's hurt. Is he out for the season? We're gonna be out for the season anyway because we're gonna bring back one person off of IR, and we're probably gonna bring back Fairbairn. Once we bring back Fairbairn, that's it. Anybody else that's on IR is going to be on IR. We can't bring them back. We're going to designate bring back one more person because we've already brought back Stingley. We've Titus Howard, Juice Scruggs. Who else we put on IR and brought back? I know Stingley, Titus Howard, and Juice. It's somebody else that we put on IR too. That we brought back. Can't think who it is. We brought somebody else back. Somebody else we put on IR and got brought back. And I see more people jumping here. Hey, make sure you hit that like button, man. I see more people jumping here. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely appreciate that. But once we bring back Fairbairn, that'd be it. So if anybody else gets hurt, I mean, one's only 5 games left anyway. If anybody else get hurt, they just going to be on the roster, take up a roster spot. It's just not be because if you put them on IR, they done. Anybody that's already on IR, we can't bring them back. So, we're gonna bring back one more person from IR. So yeah, that's what's up with Murray. What pick is it? I don't know what pick is it from the Eagles. What pick is it? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't worried about. I'm not worried about the draft right now. I'm not even gonna fake it. And somebody put what's the score of the Washington game too? I was watching. I was going back and forth from the Washington game and the Orlando Magic. Oh, whoa. But yeah. I was going back and forth between that. Like I did want to watch that boy Rome. I did want to watch Rome. So like I said, I'm not even worried about the draft right now. I'm more worried about how to get into these playoffs. That's the thing that I'm more concerned about. Looking at how all these things that we have in front of us. That's what I'm more worried about. I'm more concerned about is the Texans getting into the playoffs, and not only getting to the playoffs. I feel like they get into, they can make some noise on whoever it is they play. They can make some noise against anybody in the playoffs. I know a lot of people now, especially after Sunday's game, want Jacksonville. If we can get that, that's who we want. It could be kind of similar to was it 2018 season when the Texans won the division, won 9 straight, won the division, hosted the division game, and then the Colts came into their building and beat us. So it could be. You could have something similar to that. You just had that happen in baseball with the Rangers and the Astros as well. That's a little bit different because the Rangers were leading the AL West throughout the whole season, and the Nationals came and took it at the end of the season. So I guess that would be the Texans taking the AFC South from Jacksonville at the end of the season. Like that. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, don't want to believe it, but Jags was a good team, bro. The Jags are definitely the Jags are a good team, and right now with their 8-3, I think they might lose. They'll probably lose 2 more games. That puts them at 5 losses. That puts you at a tie record. If you went out, that puts them at 5 losses. Because really, they really lucked up. They got the I know they got the Ravens on the schedule. I know they play the Bengals this week with no Joe Burrow. They playing the Browns with no Deshaun Watson, no I forgot what their rookie name is, and possibly no Myles Garrett. They face the Titans at the end of the season. So they got, like I said, the Bengals this week. Bengals, Browns, Titans, and the Ravens. That's 4 of their last 6. I don't know who the other 2 games is. I don't know who I can't think of. I know I did the video the other day and I broke down their schedule. I can't think off the top of my head. But I do know that because I'm thinking they probably lose to the Ravens. And they might lose to one of the games versus the Bengals and the Browns. Like if they lose to the Bengals on Monday night, if the Texans beat Denver and they lose to the Bengals on Monday night, now things do get a little bit more interesting. It opens things up. It opens the possibility a little bit more. You feel a little bit more excited because now it's a game lead. But the thing is, what hurts you though is that now they have to lose against the Titans. Like that's one of the losses they that's the thing that's the thing that kind of hurts you. You need them to lose against the Titans. Like if you want to get back in the division, they have to lose against the Titans. They need a divisional loss. They have to lose against the Titans, and you pretty much need to have them lose 3 games. You need them if they lose 3 and you win out. They have a worse record than you get the division. I don't know if they'll go 3-3. I don't know if they go 3-3. If Myles Garrett and Deshaun Watson was playing Cleveland and Joe Burrow was playing for the Bengals, they're gonna lose 3 games. I think they'll lose those 3 games. I think they lose to the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Browns. I don't see them losing to neither one of those 3 teams. And like that Browns game now, the Browns game is especially if the Texans are winning. The Texans are winning. The Browns game is good either way because it helps you from a draft standpoint if the Browns lose and you win out. So it means that there's 2 more losses for the Browns. That's definitely going to knock the Browns pick a little bit worse. But also if the Texans are winning, and the Browns happen to beat Jacksonville, it helps open up the door for Jacksonville to get the division back to Houston or get the division to Houston. So that Browns Jazz game could be a win-win situation. Same thing with Pittsburgh and the Colts because no matter who wins, it helps you out because you're about to face the Colts and you already beaten have a tiebreaker against Pittsburgh, so you're good either or. Whoever wins that game, you good with. I know you probably typically would go for Pittsburgh because you're gonna win 10 your division to win. So that's probably how I end up going. More people than jumped in here. Make sure you hit the like button. I see more people than jumped up in this thing. Make sure you hit the like button. Definitely, really appreciate that. But like I said, when it comes to also about the Texans missing Dalton Schultz, like I said, because again, I think the Texans can exploit some things. Tank Dell and Nico, they've been balling all season. Not for sure if Noah Brown. I think Noah Brown's going to be like a game time decision if I'm not mistaken. Want to see some more Xavier Hudson. Because I went back and watched that game the other day, and I watched that play, the one splash play that Xavier Hudson had, and it was like a 34-yard play, and like CJ knew he was going to Xavier the whole time. And I'm sitting there thinking about man, okay, he needs to get back. He needs to get and help his route running because again, I feel like that's what's keeping him and Mechie off the field is their route running and or not being reliable catching the football because normally we keep young skilled players off the field is blocking, pass blocking or run blocking, not able to that's what running backs not able to have pass pro and receivers not able to run block. Or not, because again, like I said, blocking is really mostly about effort. Because you see Tank Littell be out there like at 5'8", using everything he got the child block somebody. So, you need them to. I said they blocking as they want because anytime they throw them out there, they be running the football, so they be blocking. And Xavier Hudson and Mechie probably the 2 best blocking receivers. Honestly, they probably the 2 best blocking receivers. They be out there blocking, and we use Xavier Hudson on them jet sweeps. He get I kind of know what was against the Cardinals. He had got a nice little 11, 12-yard run. He ran over somebody looking like Nico after running over people and making contact and stuff like that, hitting people, making contact. So. You did see that. You did definitely see that aspect of it, but you don't really see him in the receiving game because I think he's only caught like 2 or 3 passes this whole season. May have been targeted like 5 times this whole season. He doesn't really get targeted, and like I said, I feel like something is wrong because you've had injuries from Noah Brown. Noah Brown's missed time. Tank has missed time. Uh, um, Robert Woods has missed time. Nico's missed time. Everybody, like your main four receivers who CJ's thrown to, like I said, two lead receivers in Nico and in Tank. Your lead receivers in yards, touchdowns, and catches, Nico and Tank, they've all missed time. Nico missed 2 weeks ago, missed the game. Tank missed the game and a half. Noah's missed the last two games, and he also missed some time early. Noah Brown might have been the person I'm thinking about that might have been on IR then, because Noah Brown missed some time early on. Uh, and then, like I said, Robert Woods, he missed some time early on in the season as well. And they did not bother to use or incorporate Mechie or Xavier Hutchinson more than what they were already doing when those guys were on the field. Like, they didn't incorporate them more in the offense, no more than what they was already incorporated as far as using the run blocking, maybe throw them a pass attempt a game, maybe, and then send back on the sideline. And then when it comes to Hutchinson, give him a run. I think Mechie has exactly like eight, nine, like 10 catches. He's played in 10 games. He got like exactly like 10 catches. He literally has a catch. He literally has a catch a game, like type situation. And I know, like I said, we just got less than that. So, like I feel like that's what they do. So evidently, if that's the case, that means they're not doing anything to get on the field, especially when you have an injury, because now you're going from having all four of your receivers to having three of your receivers or two of your main receivers, and you still got these other guys out here, and you're not using them no more than you was using them when you had the four main receivers out there. When you had your four main receivers out there, you was using them this exact same way. So why are you not using them and incorporating them in the offense even more? I say it has to be some type of either sloppy route running, not running route good, dropping the football, not catching the football, whatever the situation is. And I want them to rectify, I want them to get it fixed because I think Hudson got some talent. I think Hudson you can do some things with. I think Hudson can make some plays on the field. Mechie, I really don't know what to say about Mechie. I want to like Mechie a lot. I really do. I want to. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know really about Mitch. I want to like Mitch a lot, but I just really don't know. Um, I just really don't know. I want to like Mitch a whole lot, but I just don't know. Juice Scruggs came in after Tyus Howard got hurt and played well his first game of the season. We definitely got to protect CJ because that was part of the reason against Jacksonville. He was too busy running. He was able to throw for over 300 yards, get 2 touchdowns, rush for a touchdown as well. But he also led the team in rushing. I think he had like 47 rushing yards. Like, we need to protect him a little bit more, especially like on that last drive. If you get better protection, we're probably tying that football game and we're going to overtime. And then we go to overtime, we see what happens. Again, I feel like I feel like once the Texans got the ball back, Texans are going to win. And I feel like if you protecting CJ better, even though you can definitely blame CJ for the last 2 sacks, you definitely can. I think some of that had to do with play calling and the timeout situation. Like I said, the two costliest things in that game on Sunday versus Jacksonville was, like I said, them not converting Tank's touchdown. I mean, not touchdown. The Tank's first down before halftime. Them saying that they didn't have any evidence where clearly they did, because after the game, it's just funny to me that clear photos pop out after the game, like 30 minutes or hour after the game. It's like very crisp, clean images in 4K about this Tank Dale catch. But before that, it was all blurry and you didn't have any real insight about it. It was all weird. And then, so that, because again, I think that took us out of field goal range. And I think, well, we were still in field goal range, but homeboy missed the field goal. I think at the very least you can get a better field goal if not score a touchdown. And then also losing that third timeout, second timeout on special teams. That definitely hurt us, because I feel like you get the football with 3 minutes left, 2 timeouts, and a 2-minute warning. You could do a little bit. You could do some things a little bit better. You can move the football a little bit better. You can do some things, because really I think on that last play, like having a timeout would have been crucial. Would have been crucial because I don't think CJ's running around. I don't think CJ's running around. I think CJ is dropping back. He's throwing the football down. He's dropping back, throwing football down the middle, or he break off and run. He can run straight up the middle, possibly even get the first down because he has a timeout in his back pocket to stop the clock. So them not having that timeout definitely hurt. Definitely hurt. Yeah, in that tangle, that pass the tangle, it was definitely a catch. Not to mention the one that got called back from a bootleg illegal shit that did not occur. Like I cannot find no illegal shit, and it wiped away with a 58-yard reception, 68-yard reception by Tank Dell. Like it is what it is. But also we also need to find a way to target Tank Dell because again, Tank Dell is 91 yards and 3 catches shy of Nico Collins from being the Texans' top catcher and receiver, leading receiving yards. And he didn't get targeted at all the second half. He got targeted all the second half. Now he definitely could have passed him up in catches. He probably wouldn't have passed him up in yards, like 91 yards. He probably wouldn't have passed him up in 91 yards. It's probably kind of hard to get 91 yards in a half. Maybe he could if you had a big play enough, but again, and you're right. The pass rush definitely does step up. We got to find a way to get Russell Wilson down. We got to find a way to be able to get Russell Wilson on the ground. We got to make sure that he can't sit back and try to throw his football up to Cortland Sutton or Jerry Jeudy. And again, Corey Sutton was a guy who I was talking about. Corey Sutton was a guy who was available. He was available during the trade deadline, like him and Jerry Jeudy. He was available during the trade deadline. And I was talking about both Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. I thought Cortland Sutton Jerry Jeudy probably been the play. But I was definitely talking about able to get Cortland Sutton. Definitely able to get Cortland Sutton. One, he's from Texas. He's from Brenham. He's from my hometown. He's from Brenham, Texas. Shout out to everybody there in Brenham, Texas right now. So I feel like you definitely could have brought him home. He definitely with CJ Stroud definitely could have been in there acting up. He got 8 touchdowns now with Russell Wilson. I know he can get some touchdowns with CJ Stroud, and that's nothing too. So his family gonna be here Sunday. He's gonna be ready to play. Yeah, he's gonna be ready to come back and play home. Then will it be his second time coming to Houston? And we all know what happened the last time the different Broncos came to Houston. Don't we? It was right after that Patriots game on Sunday Night Football in 2018. That's the last time Denver came to Houston. We don't want a repeat of that. We gotta find a way to make plays, and we gotta find a way to put points on the board and able to stop them. Because offensively, again, they're 13th in scoring offense. Like they average a point more than what we give up. And actually, they average less on the road than when we give up more on the road. We give up more at home. We give up 21.2 at home. They only score 20 points on the road. So we should be able to put a stop to them. We should be able to put a stop to them. We should be able to slow them down. Like I said, they yards per game, pass yards per game. They only get 180 passing yards. Now they are able to get 115 rushing yards, but our rushing defense is very established. They're eighth in rushing defense. Total yards, they're 23rd in total yards. We're 22nd to give them. So I think we should be able to make some plays on them. When was the last time we beat Denver in Houston? When last time we beat the Broncos? 1-18. We lost in 18. No, it was 19. I'm sorry. That was 19. Sorry. Did we play them in 18? Trying to think the times that we played that division. Then we played that AFC West. I know we played in the 17. I know we played in the 16 and lost because that's the Monday football game with Brock Osweiler threw the fumble. Then we played that division that year. We played the West in 16. So in 17, we didn't play the West in 17. I know we played the West in 19. I think the last time we beat the Broncos was in 18. Cause we did beat them 18. Cause we beat them after we had traded for Demarius Thomas. We traded for Demarius Thomas and then we went to Denver and beat them in Denver. Yeah, that was in 2018. That was in 2018. That's the last time. Yeah, we beat them in Denver. You talking about the last time we beat them in Houston? I don't remember the last time we beat them in Houston. Honestly, I'm trying to think of the last time they came to Houston. Because they came to Houston in 19 and they beat us in 19. And they haven't been to Houston since then. We beat them in 17. And yeah, that was we beat them in 17. That was in Thursday night. That was a Thursday night game against them in 17. I remember that. That was actually our first Thursday night game. I think Mario had 3 sacks in that game. I'm trying to think. I feel like we've beaten them in Houston since then. Cause I know they've been always since 2017. 2007. It's over 10 years ago. Is 2007 the last time we beat them at home? Really? I'm trying to think. Yeah, Payne. Yeah, 2013. Cause I know we beat him in 2012 in Denver and in Houston. Yeah, he did. He almost broke the passing record against us for the most passing yards and passing touchdowns in the season. It was almost in that game. But I'm trying to think. That was 13, 14. I don't remember 14. If we played him in 14. I'm trying to think in 15. I don't think we played him in 15 either. Damn. It's really been since 2007, bro. Wow. Wow. I mean, we've beaten them since then, but just not in Houston. Wow. We had not beaten them in Houston since then. Wow. But we gotta beat Denver now. Now we gotta win. It's been since 2007. Like I said, we beat them in we beat them in 12, and we beat them in 18. So we've beaten them. But both of those games were in Denver. Neither one of those games in Houston. And the 2 games I remember in Houston is the 2018 game, 2019 game after we beat the Patriots on Sunday Night Football, and then the game in 2013 when we only won 2 games a year, we lost 14 straight, and Payne came in Payne came in and diced us up. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Since 2007, we haven't beaten them at home since 2007. Again, like some of this kind of skewed because it's not like basketball or division when you do see them every single year. So some of that's kind of like skewed, like because you only see them like it's going to be like it's some of it is just opportunity based. Like you haven't had the opportunity, like uh um like I said, in basketball, you play in basketball you play every opponent on the road and every opponent at home, even non-conference. You play them at least once at home and once at home and once on the road, non-conference, and then in your conference you playing them at minimum twice at home, twice on the road type situation. So and then like also in your division, you face a person in your division every year at home and on the road. So when you talk about like people you face every couple of years, like every so often, and then they gonna alternate like you play them at home this time, the next time you play them on the road, but you might not play them for another 3 years. So you play them at home this time, then you don't play them again for another 3 years. Then you play them on the road. but then you play him, and then you play him again for another 3 years. So that's like yeah, especially in the same conference. In the same conference, it's what like 6 7 years in between home stands. So no matter what happens, like it's gonna be a long time that you even get the opportunity. So like I said, some of it is opportunity based, but still, you've had opportunities like I said in 2013 and in 2018, 2019. I keep saying 18, 2019, and you fail those opportunities. That's wild. That's crazy. Wow, I can't believe that. I definitely can't believe that. That is wow. No, don't be nervous though. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous because like I said, the Texans had like D'Amico said, we a good team. Like we beat a good team, and we a good team too. Like we a good team too. I think this team is. But a lot of people have already exceeded expectations, but they've already went over their Vegas total. We've already double win totals, but we're not at that point no more. We're not like okay, no, hey, whatever happens, happens. By golly, we're good. We playing with house money. Ain't no house money. What house money? What house money? Ain't no house money. That's not what we doing. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We ain't no house money right now. No, what we trying to do? We are trying to win. We're trying to make it to the playoffs. We're trying to win the division, but we damn sure trying to make it to the playoffs right now. So we gotta do what we gotta do. And the Texans are on a good prime spot, and they're a good football team. We're a good football team, bro. Let's call a spade a spade. We're a good football team. Like I said, CJ's only 73 yards behind Andre Sam Howell for the league in passing yards. Uh, I think I forgot to see what exactly he was in touchdowns. So one more touchdown, he'll pass Deshaun Watson in touchdown. He's been surpassed Deshaun Watson in yards. Like I said, like the Texans in a good spot. Like I said, they're a legitimate good offense. Like I said, they're the sixth best offense in the league. Second in passing yards, 10th in scoring. They're a very good offense. They put up points. We definitely put up points. We're an exciting product. We're not a boring product. We're not something that you don't like to watch. We're definitely an exciting product. We got down 10 early and came back and took the lead. We was up 14-10. I mean 14-13. And then had a chance to then was down by 10 and then down by 10 in the fourth quarter. And had the ball with time running out to win the game. Well, tie the game rather. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, I feel like the Texans are a good football team. And I think that I feel like a good football team. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be a good matchup. I think it's gonna be an exciting matchup, and I think there are opportunities for the Texans, but they gotta take care. They gotta take these opportunities. Like the opportunities are right there. The opportunities are there from the Denver's pass and total and rushing defense, from the Texans pass and total offense. Now the thing is, the Texans gotta be able to trust Devin Singletary in the running attack and actually run the football. I mean, Devin Singletary averaging 4.1 yards per rush, 489 yards. He's only like a couple yards less than the lead rusher, and they can actually run the football. Singletary wasn't even starting this year. He just started getting the football with 3 4 weeks ago. Like, come on, so and then only got the ball I think like 7 times yesterday on Sunday, 6 7 times on Sunday. So you got to make sure you be able to give him the football, able to run the football well, and they put points up on the board. I think the Texans can go out there and they can do what they gotta do. Like I said, appreciate everybody that came through here. Make sure everybody hit that like button. If you ain't hit the like button, if you have hit the like button, I definitely appreciate that. Y'all know how much I mean. To me, I definitely appreciate that. It helps the algorithm out. Helps y'all know when I go live. Helps y'all know when I post a video, post in the community wall, all those good things. So make sure y'all hit them like buttons. Make sure you comment and you like and subscribe. What that does, it helps the algorithm. Speaking of subscribing, y'all know I'm still in the race to get to 6,000 subscribers, man. The year almost up. And we really close, man. We getting there. We moving. So you know, I need you to do. I need you to tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell another friend, so you can tell some more friends, so they can tell some friends, and all of them can continue to tell friends and put them on Game of the Channel. Make sure they know about the channel. Make sure we get the channel growing and growing and growing. Shout out to my boys out there in Soft Sports, everybody out there, the whole round table. I know my boy Honcho holding down every single morning. I do it like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, every single time in the morning. He out there throwing out the videos. I'm not able to join in the morning time because I'm busy working, doing stuff. So not able to join in the morning time, but definitely tune in. It's a great conversation. Make sure y'all watch them right there. You know what I'm saying? Also, they do the pregame on Sunday. You already know it goes down, so make sure y'all tune in for the pregame. And you already know after the game where to tune in at. Right here. Right after the game, we do immediate game breakdown. As soon as the game is over, right here on the channel, you already know what it is. We go live, baby. You already know what it is. No matter if I'm at the game or not. The game is going to be down here. You know what I'm saying? So right here, you already know what it is. So, make sure y'all come through and y'all follow on the channel right after the game. You know what I'm saying, for a live breakdown, immediate analysis, breakdown, reaction, however you want to talk about it. We're gonna talk about we gonna holler and scream together, we gonna laugh together, we gonna cry together, we gonna do all this together. You already know what we gonna do. We gonna do it all together. So make sure y'all right here on the channel watching the game. Right here on the channel after the game, me at the game. And shout out to everybody hit the super chat love. I definitely appreciate that. Y'all know what that means to me. Thank you so much for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate it every single time y'all hit me with the super chat love. I definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button, like I just said. I said make sure y'all tune in. Got some stuff coming through. I'm gonna be doing so. Make sure y'all look at the community tab, the community wall. Make sure y'all look at that because I'm gonna be posting stuff, especially throughout the games, after the games, different type of graphics and breakdowns and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's going on for the day, players of the week, and things like that. So make sure y'all tune into that. Make sure y'all look at that. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all comment. Y'all let me know if y'all like the graphics. Say, man, thumbs up, man. That graphic was fire. Y'all thought the graphic was trash. Let me know where I can improve it, man. This graphic is trash, bro. Like, man, we should do that. Take that down. So make sure y'all show me some love. You know what I'm saying? So I had posted one the other day about CJ being Offensive Player of the Month. I said I got some other stuff I'm gonna be posting on pretty soon too. So make sure you're hitting that there. Also, go vote and let me know what y'all think about the your favorite all-time Texan. That's another one too. This is going to the community. I got to think of who's your favorite all-time Texan. It's a JJ and Andre Johnson from the Legends Wall. Y'all go in there and y'all enter in. Y'all let me know exactly who y'all like, who y'all rock with. Y'all Andre. Y'all rocking him with JJ with Watt. Y'all let me know what y'all doing. So make sure y'all hit that like on that. Make sure y'all comment on that as well. Again, all type of interaction is a big help for this channel. It helps y'all don't understand how much it helps. And also, the more interaction happens, the more stuff I'm able to do. The more stuff I'm able to do because I got a whole bunch of stuff planned. A whole bunch of stuff planned I want to do with this channel and all my subscribers out there. Definitely want to get y'all a part of it, but I need help right now as far as the algorithm and the liking, the subscribing, the things like that. I need this to get boosted up some so it allow me to do the things. Cause I got a whole bunch of stuff that I got planned, but I'm not able to do it just yet because I need the algorithm to help it up. I need more notifications. I need more generators so when I do something, it's not just only 5 people get to know. I need everybody. I want all my subscribers. I got over 5,000 and a half subscribers. I want all of them. I want all y'all to know every time I do any little thing, any type of promotion I get, I'm able to do any type of giveaways or anything I want to be doing. I want everybody to be notified and do it. And like I said, sometimes YouTube be tripping because if the channel not seeing a lot of interaction stuff like that, they be putting it to the side. Then people gonna be worried about the channel. So I need all the interaction I can get. So when I start doing these things, everybody has opportunity. Everybody's notified. Everybody knows about it. Everybody has opportunity to be able to do those things as well. So so make sure y'all comment, y'all like. It's very easy. All y'all gotta do is comment, like, share, and subscribe. That's all you gotta do. Like when y'all see videos, comment on them, like, tune in, And if you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and tell other people to subscribe. That's all y'all gotta do. Y'all do that, these things start popping up, man. All the interaction, these things start popping up, man. Like I said, make sure y'all here, right here on this channel, right after the game, immediately after the game. We breaking down the Texans for the Denver Broncos. We see exactly what we stand in the sitting in the standings, because who knows, by Sunday. I mean, right now, the Texans outside looking in. By Sunday, they could possibly be with the fifth seed. Possibly be, because they do got a tiebreaker against Pittsburgh. So if teams start falling, you already know what's gonna happen. So hey, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all tune in after the game. I holla.